Good evening, my fellow collectors. How are we doing tonight? Happy Wednesday. It is, what do I have it as? Kenzo Wednesday Live? Something like that. I'm very creative with my name. So, see, you guys? So, how are we doing tonight? Can we hear my let me pull up my phone and see if I can hear myself. You guys? Oh, yep, can hear myself. Um Tonight we got a whole bunch of stuff to talk. I don't have any stuff to talk about. Just talk, right? So yes, Robert, it is freezing balls today. I'm telling you, it's been so bad the last few days. Like, so the other morning when I dropped my son off at school, it was not this morning, but yesterday morning. I drove him down there. We woke up, it was 3. And it was like how they give you that real feel, which is like your wind chill and all that. And that was in the negatives, right? So we get him to school. The sun's out, which is strange. The sun's out and the clouds are kind of strange. But I get home and it's what 8 o'clock, and it jumps up to 6, and then it jumps up to 8. I think we got to 10 the other day with all that crazy wind chill. But now tonight, what this is the funny thing about where I live. So it was freezing cold this morning. Again, cold all day. I just got home. Right now it's 15, and it's going to get really cold tonight. Saturday, Sunday, up to Monday, we're going to be at 72 on Monday. So we're at freaking 15 right now, and we're going to get to 72 on Monday. Give me a freaking break. I mean, I like the nicer weather, but really, that's the one thing that's not good for my back is all that shit. So, all right, I'll jump over to the chat. We got a couple of you folks in here early this evening. I know Tasty. This was a lot earlier. This was 3:48, so he was first in the chat at 3 o'clock. We have Mr. Faker Battle Cat, which actually before I left, because I just got home maybe 20 minutes ago. But I'm rocking the FBC shirt today. All right, so we have Robert in the house. We've got Nolan in the house. We've got Aaron, the toy enhancer here. Mr. Rafe Mace is here. We've got, let's see. So Robert tells us he's in Louisiana. Wind chill tomorrow is supposed to be 7. Yeah, and I did see a video on X, whatever, that showed, did you guys see this shit in Detroit? Where they showed a video. I don't know. You know how it is. You're always skeptical. Like, is this real? Is this new? But I saw like 5 or 6 different videos. Somebody put panning across off their porch, and they said that it rained or it flooded, whatever happened. So they said Detroit flooded, but then it froze. So it shows all these cars stuck halfway in the ice. So it shows the ice covering the cars, which is freaking crazy. So anyway. So Nolan, always happy to see Nolan here. Aaron is, coming off his hit album. I'm kidding. I like to fuck with you on that one. All right. So yeah, okay. So we've got, it's a pretty damn cool retro bacon logo. Our good friend Miss Retro Bacon. I haven't talked to her in a while. I need to call and see how she's doing. Yes. So yeah, we've good Lord. See, that's just shouldn't be. Don't retire, dude. See, with the help of AI, dude, all you got to do is put in like a chat GPT and just be like, give me a good diss track about blah blah blah, and then you're you're good to go. You can rhyme it together, you'd be good. Because I've seen some things. I'm not gonna say where I saw them and how I saw them, but man, there's some crazy stuff out there on that the AI shit, man. It's nuts. Not to mention all the stuff when you get on Toilet, when you get in there and when Mr. Wonderful hits you with all the music in between that, you could tell that voice is an AI voice. It's just funny. But no, this was, let me see. Let me find that thing if I can. It's pretty ridiculous. Let's see. And I know I could probably share it, and it'd probably be easier for me to share stuff on my screen. But I'm a boomer here. So this is what I saw on X. So they show the snow, but the cars are under ice. Like they said, it flooded, and then like seriously, what the hell, man? What do you do in that situation? Like your car not only flooded, but then everything froze inside your car. Like what the hell, man? That's crazy, crazy shit. What's going on, Alan? Welcome in, man. Hoses in the house. Okay, we got some people. We got some people flooding in. We got war chests full of toys. Deals with AI all day. You wouldn't be. Oh, I'm excited. I'm excited. I know a lot of people. I'm not as much of a. I don't think I'm as good of an artist to like hate AI. Like there's so many people that are just very talented that are not happy with AI and what it's doing, because it does kind of sometimes take money out of their pockets, which isn't cool for them. Allison Troy, my favorite messenger, my favorite message meme buddy from Instagram. Definitely, I think Allison and I share maybe 6 or 7 memes per couple hours. Not day, couple hours. So yeah, I mean, I guess so. I guess if not, just get some ice skates and kind of go across. If you need to get to your car, if you need to get to the grocery store, just get your oh wait, no, see, look, professional artist and he loves AI. So not everybody, because actually one thing I did remember from my friend Retro Bacon, that the one that did make this, she made it very clear on how she felt about the AI, and she hates it, like fucking hates it. So I understand either way. I understand both sides. I understand people that are excited to use it as a tool, and I understand the people that don't like it. It just depends, because when I can't even say our age because I don't know how it fluctuates, but I'll be 47 next month. No, month and a half. Month and a half. I'm not going to get ahead of myself. I'm still 46. Leave me alone. So I'm getting older, but we've been in that really unique situation where we grew up with no internet. We started the video game explosion. We were the first to get that home computer or home entertainment system when people were getting the ColecoVision, and my first one was the Atari 2600, which was the most amazing thing in the world. And I still have mine, and I still have all the games. I even have an ET inbox with the book and everything, like the worst game ever made. I have that inbox, and I'm proud of that one. But when you look at it now, it's like, oh my God, this is terrible. Just the gameplay is ridiculous. But when you first get it, it was like the coolest thing in the world. So we've been through all that shit. We've been through the Atari, the Nintendo. We did AOL dial-up. We got the CDs in the mail. And every time something new came along, there were a lot of people that are like, fuck this. I don't want anything to do with this shit. But there's also people, I mean, like for us, it's almost like, I feel like we're accustomed to change so much that for me, AI is like, bring it, whatever. You know what? Sometimes it makes it fun. Like I did that. Oh, wait, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me see if Motu Mono have you. I'm gonna probably push it to the last day. I think we've got a few days left. I need to figure it out. I probably have to get her on credit because my money situation is beginning to get shitty, and I've got a couple job opportunities coming up. But right now, if I'm going to get her, I have to probably get her on credit. So Tasty Cake, 48 tomorrow. Yeah, for us, I think it's still going to be cold, but see, portrait painters hate photographers. That's true. That's true. I agree. Photographers hated Photoshop in the beginning. That is true. I agree. It is. It's any kind of change like that. That's what happens. It's just the normal progression. But let me see. I did one thing earlier, and hold on. If it's annoying to you guys, then let me know. But I had this talking about AI, where you don't have to do the annoying voice. You can actually just straight up do instrumental, and I did make a few of those instrumentals for my intro and things like that. But I did last time I did a live. I had Oh, you're turning 48 tomorrow. Oh shit, I thought you were talking about the weather. Dude, happy early birthday, my friend. Everybody wish Wraith Mace a big happy 48th birthday for tomorrow. We're still gonna wish you a happy birthday tomorrow, but early on, happy birthday, brother. You know, and this gets to that point where I know in your situation, in the scenario, I know you've gotten to that point where it's like, hey, blessed to have another one, right? That's kind of the way it goes. Time out. I've been home for a little while. I'm starting to get warm. So, Baker Battle Cat, here you come out, buddy. Here you come out. All right, yeah, let's go. Let's get that happy birthday in the chat. Woo! Happy birthday, dude. My dad's birthday's today. My dad turned 74 today. And my son's mom turns 46 tomorrow. No, don't say that. My son's mom's birthday is tomorrow. She doesn't turn anything. It's just her birthday. I didn't say that word. Erase the word. Erase the numbers from your heads. I didn't say what my ex's birth age is. And we're on a big video right now. All right. Oh, shit. See, that's one thing about Wraith, man. Like, you see some of the quality of the videos that he does, and you're like, wow, I don't even want to try to learn how to do that because I see how much time he puts into that. I probably lose my mind. Cobweb Collector is in the house. He just picked up that freaking badass vintage collection Masterverse Skeletor. I saw he got that in today. That looked freaking awesome. And the one you were seeing, Cobb, I would imagine is the 40th anniversary. This is the 40th. I need to put something in there again. His mouth kind of stays open. I don't like that. Because here we are talking about the articulated jaw and stuff. But if you don't, this one, I don't know if it just kind of was kind of messed up. But once it cracked open, it just stayed open. I had put something behind his jaw so it stayed a little closed. But this is the one that has the... you can't really tell. Hold on. You got to hit it. Oh, I don't have the other weapon. Oh, here. This is the die-cast. The die-cast sword. So that is probably the one that you saw me have. He's editing the video right now. Guys, don't forget, head over to Cobweb Collector. He's got a bunch of the coolest videos out. Him and I kind of go back and forth. Actually, he's been doing pretty good. I think we go back and forth on who throws them out before the other one. But we do pretty good with getting those things out to you guys. So head over to Cobweb Collector. Tell him Jay sent you. Oh, never mind. This one I did my little review on the other day, which actually came out really good. I was pretty excited, pretty happy about it. And like we talked about was the jaw, the teeth coming down, man. That thing is so freaking cool. If you didn't get this, it's still available. I'd grab it if I was you. Oh, looky there. We have Channel Does Random, who actually just eclipsed the 2,000 mark. So congratulations to Channel Does Random, who is my boy. He got to 2,000 the other day. And I told him, I was like, you just got to put stuff out because he puts out funny content and like the kids his age and stuff he gets. So he just got a bunch of subs and started killing it. He was getting all these, like the last few videos were like the most watched videos he had put out. So very proud of my kid. He does really good. He does funny stuff. He's a goofball like me. I don't know where he got it from. But yeah, so I'm really happy for him. He's doing really good. Oh, see, the scare mare, I did not jump on that. I didn't jump on that one. I didn't have the space for it, especially with the wings and on that. I just like, I don't want to do it. I should have. I think I want to quit with Evil In. That's kind of where I want to do. I want to quit with Evil In. I might get pushed into getting Mumra if Mumra comes out, because that's going to be another really cool freaking Mondo. Obviously, they came out with Lion-O. They're going to come out with Mumra, right? Wait until next week. Yeah, dude, you're going to like it a lot. Like, the face itself, it's just Tasty Cake has jumped up to 1260. Look at that, man. He just blew up. Blew up. Like I was saying, he was gonna pass me in a heartbeat. Like it just went boom. He was at 100. And then like 6 months later, he's at 1260. Come on now. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, Alan, like the eyes, the glossy, like it has those merman type eyes, like the face is just, he looks just so much more, I don't know. I think they did a lot better than this one, because when you look at the battle cap for like the face is just kind of plain. Where yeah, this one came out really good. Does that little background music, is it like okay or is it lame? Like they only have like so many options, and I thought, well, this one has a little bit of a beat to it at all. You know, it's pretty good. So what's going on, Frank? Welcome in. Yeah. Yeah. So, Frank, I don't like your logo, Frank. I don't like your logo, but I don't care. It's all good. It's off season anyway, right? Because I don't know if it has this one. Oh yeah, look, see my logo. My logo's your enemy. Your logo's enemy. But I guess I missed out, but I wasn't going to be standing in the freezing cold. They had Bo Nix was signing autographs at the Ent in Colorado Springs at the credit union, and it was free, but people were waiting the hell out. Let's see. Okay. See, thank you. And it does give me the option of turning it down. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, even just a little clap is fine by me. I don't care. As long as it's just something better than just complete silence. But I don't even know if you'll be able to hear it now. But yeah, so anyway, and then we've got our other mail call, which came in, which was our Rio Blast. They did pretty good on this guy, you know. What's really funny to me is that I was almost more excited about the fact that they started putting this on the outside of the box, because how many times you get something and you're like, I don't even know what the hell's in there. Like I do have that app where it's got the scanner and I can scan the barcode and it tells me, because I've got like my collection all in, because I have so many in tubs in the garage. So I use that app so I can see where everything's at if I want to sell something or whatever else. But the fact that they actually put a picture of what's inside actually was really, really nice. I was really happy about that. So, but yeah, so anyway, that was a good one. And then I don't think, did I bring them? I think I brought it downstairs because I was going to work on them. I was going to paint them. I don't know if you guys did see my review on this guy. I did have Boojaboo or Mega Custom X. They had a He-Man cowboy hat that fits him, and I used that one. I know it was I actually heard from him today when I posted that thing. He had mentioned that that he was going to have a Rio Blast hat coming, so he was actually going to make one specific. Show Isabel, huh? Well, let's see. Candyman just dropping in to say hi. There we go. Some smooth jazz. Yeah. Well, I need to get some different music. Isabel. Come on, Isabel. I brought her bed inside the room. So she can come on. Come on. Merrick wants to see you. Come on. Oh, Merrick wants to say hi. Oh, there's my little girl. Oh, want to say hi? Oh, she's here. Want to say hi? Who's that? What's that? Looky. There you are. Right there. Merrick says hi, Easy. Oh, yeah, such a good girl. I brought your bed in. Come, lay in your bed. Oh, good girl. See, that's your bed. Because I brought her bed in because I usually, if I'm in here for a couple hours and she's in the living room by herself, just laying on the couch. She was there for a little while, and then she ran into the living room. But honey, oh, so good girl. So good girl. Mark followed me from the time scales episode we were on as we watched it again. Oh, okay. Oh, you guys were watching that again. Gotcha. Well, I'm surprised to see you awake there, Tasty Cake, because 9:22. You gotta. I just kidding. So yeah. So anyway. So we've got this guy, and I don't know if you guys saw the whole thing. I mean, it's pretty basic with his little, and then his guy has his little backpack where you go in sideways and you click it up, and then you walk it. Oop. Come on now. Yeah, slide it up there on the slider, and then it drops down. So, I never had one as a kid. I didn't have a Rio Blast. I didn't really. Can't say collect because I don't collect. Back when I was a kid, I didn't collect. I played with toys, so I stopped kind of playing with toys. Yes, we had a dog alert. Yeah, Isabel, dude, she is like the nicest, sweetest dog. Hi, little girl. Hi, little girl. You're a good girl. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for that one. That'll be cool. You got to show those off a little more. I know you have so many customs that you got to put some stuff out, man. People have to see that. Don't rob us of, not us, but like, because we see your stuff when you're on Saturday. But man, you got to put that stuff out there so people could check it out. It's pretty cool. And yeah, that's for me. That's what I say. I know he was a very sought after. He was a very sought after figure, even though, or the hype was there at least. People were talking about it early on. Oh, where's Rio Blast? Where's Rio Blast? Give us Rio Blast. Quit giving us, what is this Turtles of Grayskull? We need Rio Blast. Like, he was always in that conversation. But for me, I was kind of like, yeah, he's cool. It was in a portion of collecting or playing with toys that I wasn't in. Like, it's the same thing with Turtles in general. Like, I didn't have any Turtles as a kid because Turtles came out in the late 90s where I was already 7th, 8th grade. That's not toy collecting time frame, right? That's like, ooh, girls, ooh, like that's a totally different time frame in your life. So I just never did. I never got into the Turtles. And so when they came out with that crossover, I thought it was cool. Don't get me wrong, but for me, the Thundercat crossover is going to be the one that I like. Well, I am kind of old, Cobb, I mean, it's just, that's the way it goes. I'm holding on to 46 for another month and a half because come April, man, hit that 47 mark and I'm on my way to 50. And that's, I could actually go to Consumer Cellular and get a discount on phones if I'm over 50. I saw that on a commercial today. Holy crap. You had a ton of Turtles. How old are you, Cobb? So are you couple years, are you barely hitting 40 or where are you at, Cobb? Are you younger than me? Or are you older? You're not older than me, you're younger than me. Yeah, I can't either, man. I mean, obviously I have a good excuse knowing that this is here, so I'll have a nice place to display everything. In April. Oh boy. So you're not an Aries though, right? Sorry, because I think it changes over on the 20th, so you're not in the cool group. Candyman, I'm sorry. No, just kidding. That's cool, man. Well, we'll see. We have another April birthday because, like I said, mine's on the 10th. So mine, I will hit 47 on the 10th of April. See, yeah. So you're young. You're young. Oh, he's the same age as he, man. There you go. Well, and that's true. I mean, that's one of those things everybody's different. Like I grew up in a small town, which you would think small town, it would be more of a, I don't know, it'd be more of a reason to collect and have more toys even at an older age. But man, my life changed and I didn't care about anything but basketball. All I wanted to do was play basketball. Sports was my life. I didn't care anymore. I was, I was watching football and basketball. Like I completely turned from the toy scene to sports. So my whole life after that was sports for a long time. Like I never even, every now and then if I'd go check the toy aisle and like see stuff. And then finally when Origins hit, that's kind of when I started again. I didn't stop. I did stop. I didn't start until so much later in life. I didn't start back into doing it. But So Tasty Cake, you're in Aries as well. All right. Well, see, look. March, or not, you're not in Aries. March 21st is Aries, but it goes to what though? April what? It goes Aries and where does Aries stop? The 19th, I think it is. Taurus. Now see, Taurus is number 2. And they always say, nothing wrong with silver, but you didn't make number 1. You didn't make the first zodiac sign. Aries is number 1. And when you look at the table, they always say such and such is this group, and they're very manipulative. But the only sign they can't manipulate is Aries. Aries is always the one that freaking Aries is always the one that just is full of themselves, and they don't really give a shit about what anybody else says. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. Actually, that is it, man. And I didn't pay attention either, because at that point I was still working at the prison. Well, no, 09 I wasn't. See, 09 I had just moved back from Albuquerque. And I started doing furniture stuff again. I was working at American Furniture a little bit after that, but I never paid attention to it, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what. I think it was still sports though, because I started doing those. No, because I started doing those customs like in 2012 for sports. So you're a Pisces, March 20th. Oh, so you're the last day of the last sign. Gotcha. That's crazy. Time scales in the house. What's going on, Grego? Just finished watching Tasty Cake's Hump Day. Oh, you caught the replay, huh? Yeah. Let's see. I'm a Virgo. I don't like confrontations. Yeah. Looks like you could use a shower, Stinky. Yeah. So I was always joking. Like even my son's mom gives me shit all the time about Aries, because she's kind of follows that a little bit more. That one is Aries is kind of a bad sign to be, because they're always like, watch out for Aries. There's something else, man. We're flooded with Thundercats lately. I'll buy the Motu Thundercats crossover, but really wish to get some expansions like Thundar, the Barbarian, Black Star. Oh yeah, no, that would be freaking awesome. I agree. It's like the Thundercat thing. I think they were always coming though the way that they were normally coming. Like we didn't get any influx in the figures. It's just once this hit, then everything's once Cat Slayer came, then all the posts were about Thundercats, and then a lot of people were flooding with Thundercats. I just think it was one of those where I even looked, even some of the stuff, like I was picking them up here and there because I knew I'd ordered it already, right? So I'd already ordered this one. And throughout the year, I was picking up random Thundercats here and there, and I was putting them away, just putting them in storage. That way, once I got this, I was going to open them all up. So I still haven't got the twins. I didn't get the Wily Cat, but I did see that they were, I don't know if they're available yet, but they had a pre-order again on Big Bad Toy Store that was coming. I know it was coming soon, but I haven't checked to see if it was back yet. And both watched the replay live. Kit Kat a bit ago. Where you go? Kit Kat. What about Twix? George Costanza liked Twix, man. It's the only one with the cookie crunch. Steer clear because she's crazy. Trust me on that one. Yeah, no. I think it's just a matter of how much crazy you can stand. Because we're all, the older I get, the more I realize, man, I got so many issues. And my mom, why ain't you dating in this? I don't want anybody coming into this shit, man. I'm a mess, man. I'm such a freaking mess. GAH finally made one. Oh, yes. Ga. Not GAH, but Ga. Yes, you finally made one. Welcome in. Gatey's Toys is in the house. I've seen a couple of lives with Gatey's Toys in there, with Allison doing some fun stuff. Thundar would be epic. I agree. Thundar, I'd love to see Black Star like that. Honestly, even because I know like the whole Filmation thing, I love the look of Black Star's dragon. the face and everything, it almost half cartoony, but I don't know, just something different about it. I really, really like it. Getting the twins back out. Yeah, well, didn't they say that? Because I actually did see it showed coming soon on Big Bad Toy Store. I hate this thing, this keyboard. Every time I leave it alone for a few seconds, it tells me, "Do you want to connect it?" Because it's like a Bluetooth keyboard to my laptop. Let me see. I'm gonna go down to where's my Thundercats? I'm on Big Bad Toy Store real quick. Let me see if anybody's saying anything. Yeah, look, it says coming soon. Here, let me close this up and then I'll share. Okay, so it does show coming soon on Wily Kit, Wily Cat. So, and then the Thunder Tank is still on sale for $349. But yeah, so at least I can see that they're, we have another shot at them. So, Sarah and Laura crossover. I missed out on Witchblade and Tomb Raider. Oh, okay. Witchblade, and so Laura Croft, and I don't know I guess I wouldn't know the Sarah. I'm out on that one. I don't know that one. I'm telling you, what about Twix? All right, so let's see. Let me go back. Let me make sure. Okay, so at least isn't there? No, right now there's not. Not unless you get the older stuff. Like if you want Thundercats, you got to go with Super 7, and that's what a lot of people aren't happy about, because there's a lot of people that just really don't like Super 7. I don't mind them, and especially with the Ultimates with the Thundercats, I like it. This is just US, Greg. This is just the Big Bad Toy Store in US. It's just one of those. Witchblade is very hot. Witchblade. Wasn't Witchblade? I remember watching, there was a movie called Witchblade. It was like wasn't that the one that was like a B level movie with the guy from Days of Our Lives, where there was like a Ouija board? That was when Witchblade, was it? That was something else. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're TV show on TNT. See, no, I didn't watch that shit, man. Yes, they are. But Super 8, if we could get some more stuff coming out from Super 8, Cobb, I think we'd be set. Okay, Image Comics scarce. Yeah, I'm out on that. There's a lot, and that's why I even talked about when Tasty Cake had his live earlier today, when he was talking about different stuff, including like Doctor Who and all that stuff. And I said, I am not a proper nerd or geek. I think it would be a proper geek. So nerds will be different. So I'm not a proper geek. I don't go as deep into things because I don't know a lot of that, like extra. I just don't know it. I told him I watched a couple episodes of Doctor Who when I was a kid on PBS, and all I remember about it was like those robot things that moved around all goofy, and the theme song. Like that theme song got stuck in your head after you watched it. So So all right. So from the 90s. Okay. For some reason I thought there was less detailed target line. The target line, there is a little bit of a difference. Yeah, see, and that's the thing. I need to give it a chance. And it's not that I don't want to. It's not that, I just remember when I was younger, I didn't really, like I said, I saw it was on PBS every now and then. I didn't know what time it was on. But at that point I was, into cartoons and shit. Hold on one second. Let me grab that for you. Oh, don't get old, you guys. Oh my God. So the Lion-O actually is quite a bit different. I just don't have the Lion-O up here. I think I had him downstairs I was going to do like check to see what kind of swaps I could do. But so this one's not as bad as the Lion-O. The Lion-O is quite a bit different. So this is your Super 7 Ultimate, which, the body is pretty. I mean, everything is pretty close. There's really not much of a difference. The biggest thing is this one has the extra head, the extra weapon, but even this weapon's the same. Just this one has a paint app on the handle, where this one's just silver all the way through. And it's a little lighter, but this one is very similar. So I can't really say that there's a huge difference between these. I think the Lion-O where you can really tell. Like the Lion-O is the biggest difference. In this one, I like the open mouth one. So that one was my go-to for that one. Let's see. Geeks are cool. Nerds are boring. Geeks know how to party. Okay. I'll take your word for it. Candyman, I don't know. I'm not in that. I guarantee you I'm not a proper geek because I never got into comics because that's, my cousin had a lot of comics with like the old X-Men and stuff like that, but I never got into comics either. Witchblade was a movie in the 90s, early 2000s. Was it from? What movie was I thinking then? Is that the same one that I thought? I'm going to check that real quick because there was one on like HBO and it was one of those B grade movies. It definitely wasn't this one. I thought that was the name of it. Let's see. That one. No, that wasn't it. There was something that had a similar name, and I forgot what the hell it was. Doctor Who was awesome. See, now, and I see that's funny because my old boss, his name was Matt Smith, and he runs a mattress store in town now, and he owns like a couple franchise mattress stores in town. And his name's Matt Smith. That's why every time like I see that, I'm like, huh, that's funny. Because I known him, years and years. We also spilled the tea. Yes. You know what spilling the tea means is giving up gossip. I have not seen any gossip on that show. Tasty Cake. You need to fix that because you need to start making some outlandish, crazy stuff that comes out. You need some conspiracy shit. You need some stuff that you're spilling the tea on. Spilling the tea means that you're giving up information that people didn't know. That's like, oh my God. Come on. Tasty Cake. What the hell? I know, spilling the tea. That means giving up the goods. I want to paint faces. Chitara. And you know what, Andrew, I ended up getting that and I sold it, which I'm kind of sad I did, but I got that one glow in the dark Chitara. Was it glow in the dark? And she's like all yellow, and I got it in and I looked at the box and I was like, I didn't really care for it. And then I saw how much it was going for because it sold out right away. So I put it on eBay and I think I sold it for like double what I bought it for. My ex's cousin Lisa just got remarried. They look like her in her wedding dress. Could you imagine how amazing it would be to be sitting there in your tuxedo watching this walk down the aisle, getting ready to get married? But this is after when she's drinking, because then she's loud yelling at people. This would be the one where she's walking down the aisle because she just like got that smile, that overbite smile. I love you so much. You're my hero. Okay. See, I'm not much of a party animal anymore, but you know what? I did do my share, and that's why when I look at it now, I'm like, yeah, I'm good. Between my 18th birthday and till I was about 27, I put in some time. So I did 9 good years of partying crazy. So I'm good. I'm good to where I'm at. See, and I'm just thinking, I don't know, like, here was my thing. Even the other day, like, because grandma passing and all that, like I was kind of having a really rough go with that. The other day was the first time I had an actual alcoholic drink in 8 months, maybe. And I just had the one. I just, helped take the edge off or whatever. But the thing is, when I hurt my back in 01 was when I first hurt my back. But I went through a time when I was on a lot of pain meds and stuff, and the doctor's like, here's the deal. Pain meds attack your liver here. Liquor attacks your liver here. You're going to get double dosage on that. You should maybe, one or the other. If you're taking the pain meds, kind of slow down on drinking. So I just kind of stopped because I was like, well, I don't want to do that. So I was on pain meds and I stopped drinking. So it just, when it was time to start it up, when I stopped taking the pain meds for a while, I just never really picked it up again. So I never really, Witcher. Yes. Was it Witcher? No, because Witcher's the one where they're going after witches, right? Okay, so do you guys have family that watched Days of Our Lives when you were a kid? I could probably just find it by looking up that guy. The guy that played Patch. He was in a show about some kind of Ouija board, and I remember the scene because he got a hatchet to his head, and that's how he died. And I remember rewinding that scene because we had it recorded. And I watched it over and over and over, and how really generically bad the special effects were on that hatchet hitting him, because like it was kind of like that old Arnold Schwarzenegger, Total Recall thing where you can just, when his eyes are bulging, you're like, oh my god, this is so cheesy, but I loved it. See, Matt's a pretty common name, right? Dude, I'm gonna use Chat GPT and I'll get a whole thing. See, that would be spilling the tea. You got to spill the tea. It does actually educate. It does it. It does it. This gets used more. Use profanity and scandals. Yeah, but Tom doesn't want to cuss. I mean, Tasty Cake. I'm sorry, I'm calling you Tom. Tasty Cake doesn't want to cuss. Reverend Amagon don't want to cuss. Oh man, I'm sorry, Andrew. But we all make mistakes, I guess. Good question. I know there's a lot of people in our circle that are doing that Savage Crucible. The Brutal Realm looks amazing too. My big problem right now is I need to get back on my feet where I'm going to have a consistent income again before I start doing that. My whole irresponsibility with this shit was through a settlement and 401k cash and like everything that I was doing to where I knew I had to live off of it, and I knew it was the same amount of money that I made in a year at the job. So I was like, this will probably last me a year, and then I was able to kind of push it out a little bit longer. But now I'm needing to get a job and start doing things. I should be able to get them when I get to that point, but because I don't really drink, so I don't spend money on that. I don't smoke. I don't spend money on that. I don't have anything really extra that I spend money on except all this beautiful plastic you see around you. My buddy's custom is in the house. Oh, he's been the whole time. Buddy, great videos, man. It's about time. I love it. You know what? Even if you're not doing videos of like, and I did apologize on my last video if you didn't see it, but that video I did of Rogue was not good, guys. I'm sorry for that. That was not good. I ordered a new, that should be coming while we're on this live, but I ordered a new stand for a camera for an artistic camera that goes over, so I can sit my phone here and I can do the work. I had it on this stand trying to hold it like this, and then when I was working, I was taking my hand off of it, and I put too many of the parts in there. There was some stuff I didn't need to. I could have skipped some, so it was kind of too long. But hopefully you guys enjoyed a little bit of it. But this was my print of the week. Print of the week. This was my print of the week. I finished painting her. I did have to sand her boob on this one. I sanded that down because they had the X on this side and it's supposed to be on this side. All the pictures and everything, she's got her X on the left side. So this was one that I actually did make for Tasty Cake a while back, but this one is the second. It's a little smaller than the one that Tasty Cake has, but I was pretty happy with her. She looks pretty good. So that was my print for work of the week this week. I am with you on that one, Andrew. I am super excited about which board that Menhoza. Yes, you got it. Which board? That's what it was. Because obviously Ouija board, which board? Yes, that makes sense. That is the one. Because I remember it because my mom and my sister were big into Days of Our Lives. And it was Steve. Yeah, Patch. he had the him and Kayla and the wedding and all this crazy shit. My mom still watches it. I went over there tonight. My mom had made some green chili and she's like, come over and eat. So I went over. Plus it was my dad's birthday, so I gave him his card and stuff and got to see my dad. I cut his hair tonight too. I always cut my dad's hair for him. But my mom was watching Days of Our Lives. It's not on NBC anymore, but you have to watch it on Peacock now. So they don't have it on the actual main channel, but they have it on the app. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, I'm so excited about the Legends of Dragonor. Like I think I had that dragon ordered because people were getting the dragon, right? The dragon that stands up. Man. Race to Witch Mountain, Steve Johnson. Race to Witch Mountain? I never saw that one before. But I did, you know what? I did a little shout out, like one of my lives not too long ago. But yeah, I was so excited with these. Like I saw, and I hadn't ordered them right away. But you know what? Nobody had gotten these, so I ended up getting that early bird special a year later. So I was able to get the whole package, and I got that dragon background with the castle and all that stuff. That was fun, man. That was good. All right, so sorry, I'm going back and forth here. Excuse me. When Dave hosts, he can do what he likes, but PG, boo, tasty cake. No. Yeah, my mom was big into that, man. Yeah, time to start stripping. Dude. So I have a couple things online. I think I mentioned it last week or on Friday when you were on with me, Cobb, was that Spark. There was a thing where it's like through Walmart, but it's like a delivery of medication. So like you just go to their meds, you go to their pharmacy, you pick stuff up and you deliver it. And it seems like it pays okay. That one, or like I said, I might go after Matt Smith, the guy that I know that runs that mattress store. They did show they were hiring. So I might go back to being a salesman, which I don't really want to do that because it would kind of tie me down to a building. Where if I did the delivery stuff, then I can kind of work with it and still have the freedom if I need to pick up my son or anything like that. Yeah, dude, you're doing good with it. I love you're picking the perfect music too, man. The music's awesome. Like I'll watch those things like 4 or 5 times just because I'm jamming out to the music. That is really, really good. See, and if as long as, and the way I have it is I have a pretty big desk, and like this thing here, this is what I use for my videos, like when I'm doing, the unboxings. But if I have one it's going to be more where it's a straight up and then it comes across, and then I can just set that there. As long as I have it widened out a little bit, even if I have too much out of frame, when I'm doing the video, I can crop it in a little. So, I mean, I can always make it a little bigger afterwards. So, okay. This is for Wraith Mace. I know he's probably out of here by now, but here's your cake, Wraith Mace. There's your cake for the day for your birthday. Yeah, the cake is good. And I know the meme went out there and they were doing that thing with Wolverine and the picture, and he was looking at that cake and they were showing how flat her butt was in the new Netflix one. And they were saying, she's got something up top too. So this one's more like the, pinup style with her face and all that too. She's got the bigger eyes and stuff like that. So I do like how this one came out. This was a fun one. Yes, Witchboard. Yeah, that was awesome, man. Vader Gamer 77, welcome and thank you. I appreciate you from all the way over in Pennsylvania. Well, welcome, and from Colorado. I appreciate you. Until they show Wave 2, and I was like, and dude, like, yeah, I just love all of. I even though it doesn't have the articulation, like so many people get caught up on that, and I get it. Like I understand, and there's so many channels out there that just talk so much shit with the articulation, how it's sucky and this and that. But dude, I'm gonna. Does it matter how much the articulation? Does it matter how much articulation something has when I have it standing on a shelf? Like, I don't know. Articulation, does that matter? Jesus, look at those shelves, man. I'm gonna do a room tour. I'm almost done. I still have a couple things to do, but man, I pat myself on the back there. That was a lot of back pain doing that shit, man. Thanos! What's up, Thanos? Just in time. Did you see the cake? Let me show you the cake, Thanos. This is a birthday cake here. this was the one I just finished. So she came out pretty cool. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but that is your Rogue 97. Okay, let's see. Let's kind of move along here. Let's see. Buddy's Custom, which reminds me, I need to record a few videos tonight. Mutated Mossman, Metal Bottle. I don't know if Slaker, since I have no a longer video of me actual being. But here's the deal. The Slacker, whatever, that video is still okay because the shorts used to be limited to a minute. And now you can go up to what, 3 to 5 minutes on that short form. So you don't need to do it in the long form. If you're filming upright, you can still do a 2 to I think it's a 5 minute. It's either 3 or 5 minutes. I haven't done one that long yet, but I think I did like a 2-minuter. But you have extra time now with those short form ones. Oh God. Okay, that's a good question. If there was a fire and I could only save 3. God. So, unfortunately, like for me personally, it's probably going to go to this shelf. Beastman. If I do Beastman, I could probably almost not carry anything else. So I would say, God, because I don't have any vintage stuff that's like crazy pricey. But I would say Beastman Mondo, Tila Mondo, and Faker Mondo, Tila Mondo, and Beastman Mondo. This guy's so badass. Yeah, good question, Robert. I love that shit. Okay. Let's see. I do too, Thanos. I just don't get caught up in it. Like, I wouldn't pass this up. Neither would you. You have some of these, don't you, Thanos? I wouldn't pass this figure up based on articulation. I will purchase it for what it is. It's a nice, heavy-duty, thick plastic, nice quality, good detailed figure that reminds me of my childhood with the 5 POA He-Man stuff. Right? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 POA. It just, this one, I think the ankles turn on these, right? Yeah, the ankles turn. But I don't know. I won't get caught up in articulation. But like you say, some of the ones I've seen a lot of the articulation argument because of that new Spider-Man, because the prices are going up and they're talking about some other ones. All right, he saw the cake. Good thing. Articulation matters to me when posing and taking photos. Hence, you never see a. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. I just, I thought it was strange that they allowed. I mean, not allowed, but I thought it was weird that Dallas did that because he is such a generational talent. But I don't. The Lakers are going to have to. It's going to help them in the next few years. They're going to have to make some moves. Get rid of LeBron. Get his ass out of there. Focus on Luka. Get a solid center. They're probably going to have to get a good center out of free agency. They tried to get the guy from Charlotte and it didn't work. They had to send him back because of But I mean, if they went after another big name center somewhere, like Embiid, he'd be hurt the whole year. But I mean, if they went after another big man, it'll work and it'll help them in the long run. This made Dallas better. Once Anthony Davis, as long as he doesn't, I mean, that injury he just had was weird. But I think once it comes back, that Dallas team is going to be solid because of adding Anthony Davis. Because they've got scorers, they've got Kyrie, they've got those young, taller guys, those forwards and stuff. And they got Clay. Dude, seriously, you got 2 like all-time shooters and all-time guards. And then to add Anthony Davis to it, I think Dallas went way through the roof. So that was my take on that. Denver's still in 5 anyway on both teams. 3 minutes. Okay. So there you go. That's where you can go. What's up, Mikey? Welcome in. Are you on break? Or did you got the day off today? Let's see. The NBA playoff stream should be fun. Are you? Well, what the hell, man? You gotta give me a call, bro. You know, I know basketball, man. I definitely know. I know me some basketball. 500 shorts Japan, the shortest one, not the most views. Yeah, and that's true because the attention span people have is like nothing. But Mikey. in the chat. I'm the chat. No, I am the chat. That's what he says. My lightsabers first. And you know, what's funny is I actually have a lightsaber that is one of those high, not one of the ones that you see that are like from these third companies that are freaking amazing. But I have a lightsaber that was from Marvel Legends, not Marvel Legends. What am I saying? Sorry. It's from Marvel Legends. Jesus Christ. I say Marvel Legends because I end up getting that. It was kind of the similar thing. I got the Black Panther helmet from like the Marvel Legends something or other, and the helmet, push the button and it lights up, and it's like really cool, and you can open the eyes and stuff. I got the lightsaber from Hasbro something or other. It's like a special, more expensive one, and it's really heavy. But it was a oh God, help me, Allison. Seriously? I sometimes wonder about myself. Like my brain does not work very well. It's Princess Leia. Jesus. So it's a Princess Leia lightsaber. I don't know, but I found it at Ross for 35 or 40 bucks or something like that. And it was one of those ones that was like over 150 or something like that for that. 150. I have 3 bookshelves, has over 150. So you have to do like a room video, man. That'd be cool. Yeah, I got a spot for it right over here. Got a spot for it. See, yeah, Thanos, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, I understand the articulation thing, and I don't want to get mad about something if the articulation isn't as good. Like Punk always gives me shit about my Super 7. Well, I guess if you don't like articulation, well, it works for what I do. Like I don't do a lot of toy photography. I mean, I set mine up and I got them good, and I'm happy with it. So, dude, how am I going to do that? That's the only reason why I didn't think of it, is because if I carry that, I can't, unless I have somebody to say, okay, let's get 3 and you come with me. Cat's Layer's with it. Yeah. But then so is Eternia. So I go Cat's Layer, Eternia, and Beastman. But yeah, the play sets, those, because I got Eternia on this side. That's going to be, my top 2 for sure. Wrist move, but the ladies' wrists. Oh, they don't. Oh, I didn't even mess with that. See? And maybe because they do, I had to pop it. I don't know if you guys heard that. So yeah, I didn't even pay attention to that. So the wrists do move, because I just finally popped his ankle too. So they don't have terrible. I mean, obviously, I know the other ones. You got the butterfly and you got all that good stuff. I mean, if you saw these 2 shelves down here, that's the middle one is Joe's, and then the other one's Joe's. So I got two racks of Joe's, and the articulation on the classifieds are good too. I like those. Best era of the 90s. Hell yeah. Hey, count me in, dude. If you need anything and you allow me to, I would love to join you on that stuff. Because I am a huge basketball dude, man. I'm absolutely a basketball guy. So Mikey's on his lunch break. Black Series. Yeah, Black Series. Thank you. It was a Hasbro. It was a Black Series, and it was a heavy one. And you know what? If you guys have a second, you want me to go grab it? Because I just have to run downstairs real quick and run back up. I'm getting Motu Classics. Dude, honestly, I love... Oh, Kyle, welcome in. I love classics like this. If you didn't see these, like right above the G.I. Joe. So this rack, and this rack is all classics. So Motu Classics, and if Wraith is still in here, will say, attest to this. Classics is the fucking pinnacle. I love the classics. Is amazing. Like my all-time, and my He-Man. Oh, like my favorite, the best He-Man ever made is a Motu Classics. Like this is my favorite He-Man ever made. I mean, everything about it is just badass. Now, the one thing that people might bitch about is the pins. You know, it's got the pins, so that's not as attractive as some of the ones now. So their articulation is dated. So If you're an articulation person, these won't stand up to Masterverse. Masterverse has jumped leaps and bounds. I am I do have it on order now. So once that Masterverse vintage Skeletor comes, I will be completely caught up on Masterverse. Like I am 100% in on Masterverse. I have every Masterverse figure ever that's been made, on all of them, and I love Masterverse. So I have all my racks of Masterverse, the good guys. I have, well, I mean, everything is mixed on my other racks, but Masterverse is absolutely awesome. So it is cheaper, obviously, to do the Masterverse, but Classics is still awesome. It really is. $8 lightsaber from Amazon third-party brand. Sitting next to my desk, change color sounds pretty cool. And see, that's the thing. Those third-party ones are crazy. Okay, you know what, guys? Speak amongst yourselves. I will be right back. Give me 1 sec. I need to start getting commercials added into this so when I do my lives. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. Okay, so comes with a stand, which is pretty cool, heavy duty stuff. I mean, it's got where you can put a different one in there so it doesn't, you can take it out so you're kind of just holding on to it. But this was I think it was $39.99 at Ross. Pretty cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, it's all about the beast, man. I'm with you, Alan. This guy's my first look of like who's the coolest figure that I have. Yeah, it's this guy. You need to take him out of the box, Alan. You need to put him on top of Snake Mountain. Oh, yeah, he's amazing. He is so amazing. All right. Oh no, that's not good, dude. Oh shit. See you, Cobb. Probably already left because I was already out of the room by then. Okay. VHC. Oh, VHC. Is that you're talking about? Classics is hands down the best. 4 Horsemen sculpted. Those are what we wanted when we were kids. Absolutely agree with you, Wraith. I'm not going to argue at all. I love the Classics line. They're too expensive to get right now. It is hard. Like if you're like Wraith started when it was Matty Collector and he got all of them. So Wraith was good to go. He's set. He's got everything. He's got the play sets. He's got all that good stuff. So if you jumped in when the time was right, it is good. I found, you know what? I found a lot of them on the any of those Masters Universe Classics fan groups on Facebook. Any Motu Facebook group that's Masters Universe that are buy and sell, like a lot of them had a lot of good deals. If someone was getting rid of their collection, needed stuff for, you could find some for $20-$30 for like the smaller, deeper dive people. But the He-Man, like the Skeletor's not as hard, but some of them like Ram Man and Fisto and some of those you're going to pay out the nose. It's just crazy like that. Classics Beastman, yeah, it's now. Did you open the new Masterverse yet? Because I'm telling you, that one's close for me. That new Masterverse Beastman is freaking amazing. So, yes, man, Jose, I agree. That one absolutely is my favorite. What's going on, Bigum? Thanks for coming in. We got a woof and a meow from Tasty Cake. And let's see. Put Stinky Steve in the chair. I should have. Oh, where is Stinky Steve? Where did I put him? I think he's in my kids' room. Damn it, I should have. 3 a.m. overseas. Yep. Across the pond. It's early in the morning. Yeah, that was a really good deal, man. Yes, I agree. It does. I have one out and one in the box. Oh, okay, all right. Waiting for this damn video to export. Oh, he's got to wait because then once you leave, it goes down and it stops. Classics was cool, but the packaging's never hit me. I agree. That one I agree. Like Origins did, except the Ultimates. That's another one. So that He-Man I showed you, I also, because it is my favorite all-time He-Man, and of all things, guess what? It's the Super 7. So how many people are going to be, whatever. But here it is with the box. This is exactly what Mikey's talking about. This is the one when it got after, when Super 7 grabbed them, Super 7 put that old box. And even the artwork on the back is amazing. So here's your Super 7 Ultimate. So it has the orange Ram Man, which is that, the old box version. The Teela's great. The He-Man's awesome. The Faker, obviously, I have the Faker also. And the Skeletor is great. So all of these Super 7 Ultimates, absolutely. And the Club Grayskull. I have all the bad guys lined up. With the Club Grayskull, I did get a lot of the good guys too, but the bad guys, I got a lot of the bad guys for Club Grayskull, which is another great line. It's going to rival that cartoon collection, but bigger, Oh. But anything Four Horsemen, and I mean, if you look back and, on Saturdays and you listen to Oz, he'll tell you, till he's blue in the face, that Four Horsemen's the way to go. And Four Horsemen did all those, those classics. And green chili, I'm burping up some heat. But so yeah, those are definitely some of my favorites. Let's see what else. And of course, I did actually get 2 racks of, and like I said, I'll do a whole thing of I'll do a room tour when I get it finished. It's almost done. And then I just need to clean up the rest of the stuff, put them in bins. But I did finish my 2 shelves of 2000X, which, speaking of Four Horsemen. So I have the good guys on one side and I have the bad guys. So it's funny, the good guys, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 11 different variations of He-Man. And that's why sometimes people say, well, that 2000X line, it was at Kmart, and that's a lot of times the time slot for the cartoon, they said, was the worst thing for it, and that's the reason it kind of went under, because the cartoon is amazing. It's like my favorite cartoon as far as He-Man goes. But the toys, the standing is a little weird, and and if you're talking articulation, it is a little strange. It does have the gimmick features with a lot of these, but it had a lot of different variations of He-Man. Like for me, that part of it was like, it's crazy because a lot of them were really cool. They were cool. It's just, it was tough to there was so many, you had to keep up with all these different He-Man. But and then the Skeletor part of it, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 8 different variations of Skeletor on the 2000X because I've got the disco one up here with my Mondo. So 2000X had a lot of weird stuff, but I loved them. And like the Roboto in the 2000X line, I'm actually really excited to see what Mondo does with them when Mondo has their 2000X line that's coming out when they're doing the 112. I don't know if anybody hasn't heard about that yet, but they did say it at Comic-Con last year for San Diego that not only are they doing the Thundercats line, but was it San Diego Comic-Con? Mikey will know, but he might be back to work. But they had a panel, and they said that Mondo was going to start doing the 112th line instead of the 16th, and they were going to do the 2000X. And they showed like the He-Man looks amazing. Like it looks really, really good. And just being that I like that version of the cartoon so much that I was like, I'm in, I'm definitely in all the way. So, somebody send me something in a chat because it looks like it paused on Mikey. I just don't know if anybody just doesn't have anything to say at this point or if it just something went wrong. Somebody say hello. Hello. Actually, let me do it. I could do it, I guess, huh? Just want to make sure that something didn't go wrong. Okay, never mind. It's still there. Just wanted to make sure. And you know, turtles. I got all caught up on all the turtles of Grayskull. Everything is good there. And yeah, right now in my printer went down. I have I had to get a new FEP. And basically, if you know anything about that, it's basically the bottom part of the build. So the build plate goes down into the liquid, and underneath there, it's almost like a drum. It's real taut, and it's like you can ding, 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 you know. But it's like a really like a thick plastic. But what happens is when it comes down, there's a little bit of a suction, and that's when it's doing the UV curing. Well, over time, after so many prints and months, I think I've had that one for a year coming up that I've been using it. The bottom FEP film gets bad and it starts to kind of mess up, and then you get failed prints over and over. So for me, I had to get Classics Pass. I don't even know if I have one I don't even have a Classics in box. Yeah, I didn't like it at all. It was like a can with like lightning, and it definitely didn't hit like the one that did hit was the Super 7. But I just got one. I got it in today, and it came in like a roll, like a poster, which I'm kind of worried. But once you get it laid out, as long as it's in good shape, I'm gonna put that new FEP thing in so I can start doing some more prints. Yeah, I really didn't like it either. I'm trying to think of. You know what I have? I think I have. What was Duncan's teacher's name? I forgot. I think he has a patch too, right? Decker. I have a Decker in package, and I have Scott. What the hell, Scott? I have a Decker in package, and I have the nameless one, the unnamed one, which is a weird Orko, like an evil Orko that's kind of purple. I think those are the only two I have in box that was classic. Everything else I opened because I was with you on that one. The boxes were crap, man. But I do hope, and they did have a lot of the deep dives into New Adventure, which I was really happy with. I mean, those you could get cheap. Like if you're wanting to get some of the figures, like the classics line, they have a lot of the New Adventures of He-Man, and that's another hot take because so many people kind of look at me funny when I said I enjoyed the cartoon because I watched it for what it was. I didn't try to make it my He-Man from before. I just watched it and I enjoyed it. Like it's totally different, and it's goofy, and the humor is sometimes a little bit off, but I enjoyed the sinisterness of, is that a word, of Skeletor. I loved how he was just the puppet master. Like he was the one in charge, but everybody didn't think that because he was just whispering in ears saying, "Oh, that was your idea. It was a great idea. You're so smart. And I'm whatever you want to do," so I loved that. I really did. So I didn't mind that cartoon at all. And so for me, getting those figures is awesome. And Masterverse has come up with a few. We've gotten the Skeletor, which I ended up getting not Mega Custom X. I got a Hordak MX custom head for my Skeletor because I wanted the one with the white eyes. That's what everybody hated about the Skeletor because they said, I can't stand it that he has white in his eyes. But for me, I really thought that made him who he was. Of course, later in the different episodes, he got red in the eyes instead of white. And then he changed his outfit a couple times. The one with the hair is weird, I gotta say, on the original figure. But let me see. My Skeletor. Do I have the Masterverse version? I might have him on this rack over here. Let's see. Where did I put him? I know I have him somewhere. Because that one has his older head. The newer one I thought would be over with these guys. He's down here? Nope. Holy crap, he's missing. I gotta find him now. Damn. Oh, no, I found him. I'm going to try to get him without causing an avalanche. Ooh. The only problem is he's holding his weapon, and that might cause some people to fall. Oh, it's like playing Operation. Okay, got him. Okay, I got him. Oh, I got some cake for you. Okay, so contrary to popular belief, I love this custom head. So this is Hordak MX. And the head was basically just the skeleton head. And it was made to fit the helmet that already came with the Masterverse. A lot of people hate this look. But personally, I freaking love it. I love that look. Like, it is so, like, that is 2000. That's the new Adventure Skeletor right there. That look of it is perfect. So, yes, Allison, I'm trying to, show off the cake there. Let's see. Barely remember the cartoon version. Yeah, and a lot of people, and you can watch it on Peacock. They have the whole series on Peacock to watch. So, I mean, it'd be easy. Dude, just paint it. You ain't got to worry about Saturday. Everybody knows. So nobody's going to fault you for it. The thing is, here it is, bud. When you get the motivation to do it, do it. Because for me, I know that, you know what? Anybody with any kind of health condition, which, once we get older, we all have them. But with my back, if I've got motivation to do something, I do it at that moment. I'm not waiting. I'm not going to fuck around. I'm not going to push it because of whatever else. If I want to do something, I'm going to do it at that moment because that's when I feel the most artistic, because if I'm motivated, I'm in. Later on down the road, if I don't feel like doing it, it's going to come out shitty because I don't feel like doing it. I won't do it. It was New Adventures of He-Man. And they tried to do this 5 years after the line died. They tried to do this almost weird, anime type at the time, or the drawing style at the time. They did a futuristic space He-Man that lived on a different planet. Skeletor followed him in this in the time portal and made it over there. All the characters are new besides your He-Man and Skeletor, and maybe Teela shows up once, I think, just for a little while, but she doesn't even look anything like it. And then all the bad guys are different. They're all the mutants. So you know what? It was Thanos loved and hated that head. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I just think for me, this is what makes this character who he is. I enjoyed the personality and the style of his evil. It was so much more of a manipulative evil than just a straight, I'm going to get you. It's he was more of a chess player. And granted, it was Skeletor, so he lost. He always lost. But there were so many different things that he came up with that he made sure that the guy that he was getting to do his work for him thought he was in charge. And I love that. He was so manipulative, and that face just screams that character. But yeah, I agree. And that is a hot take because a lot of people don't like that shit. CNN, breaking news, YouTuber trapped in the avalanche of collectors on live stream. Dude, that rack was so tight and he was holding this. So for me to pull him out like that was pretty good. I am pretty proud of myself on that one. I just went to space and became an evil wizard. That looks like the mask. The mask. Yeah, like the Jim Carrey. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Cuban Pete. Yeah, chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom, chick chicka boom. Customized the belt, made poncho, painted some coffee creamer seals. Getting my fix little by little. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, bud, do it when you get the feeling, man. Because I know, because when you're fighting a battle internally with your health all the time, it drains you. And so I know that this has been one of those things where for me, with all the situation and with, just stressing about working now and trying to find something that I can do that it's not going to kill my back. and going through all that, plus being on medication that's a downer, you know, painkillers are downers. And then just, of course, now with grandma passing, and then in Colorado, like I was saying, the weather changing like crazy. All these bullshit excuses I have, wah, wah, poor me. But you lose motivation to do things. And that's like either A, cleaning your house or fixing things up or getting things done. Like for me, I'm a single parent in my house. So when laundry needs to get done, I got to do it. If the dishes are going to get done, I got to do it. Like I have no choice. If not, it's going to stack up. Now, granted, my house needs to be better. I need to get better at that. But my kids' clothes are always clean. He always has something to eat, and the kitchen's good and the upstairs is good. But everything, like my kind of area where I hang out downstairs, I need to get all that done. My room is getting closer to being clean. I had to start getting a couple more tubs. I am at over 50 tubs full of toys that are in box. So I guess if I really needed to make some extra money, I really could take those out. So maybe on Monday, since it's going to be in the 70s, I'll pull out like my best toys that I can sell maybe, and then try to make, help make ends meet at that point until I start working. Because I have a lot of valuable stuff. Like I did buy some stuff like I thought that I knew was rare, or if it was one of those that I knew it was just, I still have a comic book, an extra comic book Triclops. I still have a Koldar in box. I still have some of those. I still have a couple of Duplicos in box. I still have the Merman. I have a few Merman sealed in box of the Turtles of Grayskull. So I have some that I could help make ends meet. So I guess I shouldn't complain, Life gets in the way of the good stuff. It does sometimes. Sky's Cavern Library Service? Universe? Service. Jeez, this is my eyes, right? Sky Caverns Library Universe. Thank you for coming in. I didn't say hi to you yet. If you said something before, I apologize. I missed you. But yeah, it sometimes does. And we can't bitch about it and complain about it. It's just the way it goes. And, I say a few things on this live because it's kind of nice to get it out sometimes. But when you grow up in the era that we grew up in, you don't complain about and cry about it. You just go on. And when someone's like, "Oh, you're quiet. What's wrong?" "Oh, I just don't want to talk about shit. It's the way it goes. Life sucks and is fucked up and my back is killing me. And I just wish I could get rid of that." But hopefully, maybe if I can, at this point, I can get the surgery if I want it. So I really that might be the next step to kind of make things, but I don't know if it's going to help me 100%, It's almost like a 50-50 shot that it's going to work. And at that point, it might help me 50% of the pain. Is it worth it? I don't know. Compressed disc L4L5 and L5S1 after accident work, February 23. Took 6 months of rehab before I could walk again. See, dude, I'm like, I have L4, L5, and L5S1. Those have been bad since 01. And then the last MRI I had, now I've got L2, L3, and L3, L4 are now herniated. So the bottom two are fucked. There's no fluid in those discs at all. I've got the disc, like the protrusion with a tear in it. So like my disc is hanging over and it's pushing on the nerves, but it's also torn, but there's no fluid in there anyway. So like I don't have any cushion in my lower two discs. The ones above it are carrying all the weight, but now they're going bad. So those are getting pushed out. So my main problem and my biggest pain is the bottom two. And if I had surgery, those are the two that they would fix. But then I still have to deal with the ones above. But at this point, they're still okay. They're just herniated a little bit. But if I had, basically, they would fuse those two bottom discs together and at least get that shit out of the way that's pushing on all the nerves, that disc that's coming out. So we'll see. We'll see what's going on. I agree. You know what? Everything is fine. Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. I just, any idea you have of the future is made up. Might as well be positive. I agree. That is one thing. Like I said, this feels good every now and then to get some out. And I mean, we're an hour and 25 minutes in and it came up. So whatever. But for me, I always joke, and I like my ex will tell me the same thing. She's like, "Yeah, you're like the best liar," and I'm like, "Why? I don't really." She goes, "No, like I can tell when you're hurting, but you don't say nothing. But I could always see it." She goes, "You're pretty good at it, but I know you too well." So she knows when I'm hurting, and I'm just kind of moving on. You don't say shit. You just move on, and you smile and bear, grin and bear it. But you just, we all have issues, and I look at it like this: I wake up in the morning. Guess what? I fucking woke up in the morning. A lot of people that didn't. And my back hurts. But guess what? I can walk. My back can hurt because how many people are paralyzed from the neck down? So, you look at the way of the world right now. People are walking from the south end of, where they got pushed to, and they're walking back home to their home, which is now in shambles. Like, you just don't know. People in California, yeah, oh, well, they're rich, oh, they're famous, blah, blah, blah. Dude, there's a lot of people that aren't movie stars over there that lost their homes to the fire. Like, even when it happened in Hawaii, there's so much bad shit. And for me to have a bad back and have pain, chronic pain sucks. But you know what? There could be a lot worse shit going on. So I'm good. Typical Gen X and Zennial, keep moving. Yeah, no, you just keep going. That's it. Yeah, no, and that's it. Like, that's it. We can still do stuff. I can still, and that's why I got into sales when I originally got hurt, because I was like, you know what, I might not be able to use my back like I used to as far as physically, but I can use my brain. I can talk. You guys all know this. You've been in my live stream more than an hour. I can freaking talk. So I can use that and do, and help people with that. Plus, you know what? Selling furniture like mattresses, that was almost like it fit for me, because I have so many problems sleeping that I have to do certain things. Like, if someone comes in and they have the same problem as me, guess what? If they can and they have the means, you know what? Come over here and look at these adjustable beds. That's what I used to say. If not, and you can't, you know what? If you don't have to buy it for me, but go get you a bed wedge, put a pillow under your legs and try to figure out a way that's going to be more comfortable. Make sure your pillow's good. Like, I used to always try to say I was the oxymoron of sales. Moron. And just say, I want to be the honest salesman. I want to be the one that's going to help somebody. And it might have taken me a little longer to get the sale, but I can tell you right now, my people aren't coming back because I know that I'm getting them into the right thing. And that was always fun for me. And it's just one of those where, hey, I could sit on the bed and talk to them and sell while I'm sitting on a bed. So it was more comfortable not to stand all day. So those are actually really good little things that I liked about being in sales with mattresses and stuff. So thank you, sir. I appreciate it. It is. You got to be positive, man. That's exactly it. We're here. We're on top. We're top side. We're breathing. I have a lot of, like, I have two of my best friends, and this might be another one of those perspective things. Two of my best friends are gone growing up. One of my best friend growing up as a child. We used to, God, the first time we beat Mega Man, the first time we beat Zelda, we stayed up all night with Mountain Dew and freaking Little Debbie snack cakes and shit, and we stayed up all night and we beat Ganon, and that was the coolest thing. And I remember his uncle was in town, and he came in. He goes, "What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?" "We just passed Ganon. We just beat him. We passed Ganon." And he goes, "I don't know what you're saying there, but how about this?" And he let out a big fart, and he goes, "I passed gas. I passed gas." And oh my God, we were, young kids and laughing our ass off because we were like, "We passed Ganon." And he's like, "I passed gas." So he passed away. He had a back problem and he got on medication, and he was in trouble because he had the addictive personality, and halfway through the month he was going through his whole bottle of Oxycontin, and he needed more, and he was having issues. And it's like, dude, I talked to him a week before he passed. I'm like, dude, let's just get you into rehab. You need help. You can't just do it on your own. There's no way. It's insane to try to cut cold turkey. But something happened to where he was still kind of doing what he was doing, but then he got pneumonia, and double pneumonia. And when you're sedated and you're on medication and you have pneumonia, guess what? If your lungs are filled up with water and you're sedated as hell, guess what? Whitney Houston drowned. So that's what happens, unfortunately. And I miss him to death. And that was, like I said, he was young, man. He had kids. He was working. He was doing okay. Just that one thing killed him. And then another buddy of mine, he was bad with girls. He was really jealous, had a problem. Well, he got with somebody, and after a while, he was with her for about a year. Well, found out that one of his buddies down there that he worked with ended up cheated on him with this dude, and he lost it, completely lost his mind, and he calculated it all. He wrote letters. He got everything together, and that was it. So two of my very best friends are gone, and I'm still here. One was by his own choice, but the other one wasn't. He didn't want to go like that, especially. So when I look at it like that, and when my grandma just passed, but you know what? She lived to 101. I mean, God bless her. She was the most amazing person, and she lived to 101. So I mean, things like that. I don't want to live that long, but you know what? I'm good. It's everything's gonna be fine. Back how it works. I've heard it years ago. Oh man, but you don't have insurance with that, do you? Because they're keeping you off of that full time, right? So you kind of screwed on that to get that surgery. Because my dad's had a couple surgeries on hernia where they pushed it back in, and he's doing a little bit better with it. But man, that's not fun, dude. Like, it burns. It's like awful, right? My best friend killed himself as well. It's because of drugs and a girlfriend. Yeah, and I mean, and my buddy, he was had such a temper, but his, to do it off, what they said, he ended up getting a bottle of painkiller somehow, and he had a fit the jack, and I think he did both of the things together, and he knew he was going, and that was it, man. He just shotgun, and he said, I want an open casket too, so I want everybody to see what happened, and I want that bitch to see what she did. And I'm like, what the fuck? Because he wrote it all in letters. So I had a cousin that happened to. He was going through New Mexico, and he got hit by a semi truck, and the semi truck drug him for miles. Oh, it's awful, dude. And that's how he died. And when we used to travel from Colorado to Arizona to visit family, we used to always go through that area, and we were like, oh, there's where Paul got hit. And so you kind of think about it, and you're like, fuck, man, just imagine that. That's terrible. Yeah, and here's the deal. Like you say, that's why I always say be happy. And yeah, I'm not saying be irresponsible, because I'm not really that great with the money and all that stuff, but I'm just saying do what makes you happy, because you know what? I think I may have told this story before, but I had a guy I worked with, and he worked graveyards, and then he would work days because he'd always wanted to pick up shifts. He wanted this overtime. He's like, but I'm only going to work overtime if you give me a full 8. I don't want to work 4 hours. I want to do full 16-hour days. So he would take so many shifts. So he worked with us a lot because I was day shift in the prison. And one day he came in, he worked his 8-hour shift. He picked up a second one. He pulled his full 16-hour shift at a prison. He went home, went to bed, and he didn't wake up. Your last 24 hours, your last 16 hours on this earth were in a fucking depressing ass prison working a double. Do what makes you happy, man. God, just do what makes you happy. It's just crazy. Yeah, Candyman, I'm telling you, it's crazy. Well, my whole reason I didn't get surgery is because I got hurt on workman's comp. And then at the end, when the surgeon came in and said, yes, I feel we can do this, we can help you. And then they put in the thing. Then comp says, hold on, let's send you to one of our doctors. Then they sent for a second opinion to their doctor. And he's like, I think he'll be fine without surgery. So they said, no, denied my fucking surgery, because they sent me to a guy they knew was going to be on their side, that they pay to make decisions for them. And then it fucked me. So I was completely screwed. So now I'm sitting here with the same issues that I had when I first, secondary hurt my back at the prison. So it is what it is, though. Put some dirt on it. Yep. You know what I did do for a while that I really liked, but that place doesn't have it anymore, was cryotherapy. You get in there and it's like 237 below, and you're freezing your balls off. And I mean, basically you go in with your underwear, socks, and they give you these thermal gloves, but everything else you're naked. And you go in there and you stand in there for 2 minutes, and you get down to negative 235, and it tricks your body into like the fight or flight. So like your blood, that's why people, when they get, frostbite, it's in their fingertips and all that, because what happens is your body wants you to stay alive. So all your blood flow goes to the center of your body, and it kind of there, you don't have as much flowing in your fingertips and all that. So it tricks your blood with the nutrients and everything. It carries it into the center of your body, and it kind of helps combat your ailments. So that actually did really help my back for a while, and it gave me a few days of relief. But I don't know, there might be another place in town that does it, but it gets expensive and it's not covered because it's not, medication. They want to give you stuff that's going to give you all these side effects and fuck with you. Yeah, Canadians, yeah, exactly. So workman's comp, sorry, dumb British guy. No, workman's comp is when you get injured on the job, the insurance they have for a work injury, they pay. So it's not like your personal insurance that pays for it. It's the company's insurance that they have, like a larger party that does like injury claims. So their insurance paid my wages for 2 years, and they paid for my medication, and they paid for my doctor visits. They paid for my MRIs. They paid for my injections. All the stuff that I had gotten done on that injury at that time was done by the insurance company of the state of Colorado. But also at the end, being that the state of Colorado has the attorney general as their attorney, Colorado attorney general. So they had a really good lawyer set where they really knew exactly what they were doing, and any kind of injury claim, they're able to send me to their doctor. So if the doctor says, yes, I think we can do that, then workman's comp is going to say, well, we're not going to pay for it just because that doctor said. We're going to send you to our doctor because it's our insurance doing it. And then once that doctor said no, that fucked me. I was done. Very corrupt. Yes, they will do anything to deny it. Exactly. I got lucky to the point where it helped me for those 2 years, but when it came down to it and I wanted to get something done, it didn't help because they denied me right away. Whoa, Brick! Perfect timing. I was just about to talk about sports. No, just kidding. No, we were just bullshitting down a life. We're talking about, I was going through my little woe is me story, and then I kind of went back to but we don't talk about that. We move on. So just talking about the collecting part of it and what we might get later on and who's got what order and stuff. And I kind of talked about how my collecting might take a little dip at this point because I am to that point where I need to start working to kind of be able to make ends meet again. I was kind of living off of that stuff that I had done before with the comp and all that. So I had about a year's worth of wages in there, and that's where I'm at about a year and 2 months after the fact. So I've kind of depleted that amount to where now I kind of have to work now. So, but I do have a few things that came up that might work out. Hopefully it does. So you guys keep your fingers crossed for me. Keep you in my prayers. That's one thing I do need to do. Just hopefully get on. I think if I get into an interview with anything, I'm pretty solid with interviews. I've always been very good at them. Not trying to pat myself on the back, but I'm very good at interviews. And it's funny because when I was a manager, those interviews that I did when I was interviewing people, and you would be surprised, people showing up in not even polos. Like even if you just showed up in a polo and slacks, it'd be different. People are coming in a sports screen, like they're coming in this shirt and jeans for an interview. And obviously the job that I was interviewing people for was a sales job where you were going to have to wear a tie and a dress shirt, and but nobody gave a fuck. So it is two different things with that. People aren't really, there's a lot of spots open right now because people aren't really working as much as before. And then secondly, you put your best foot forward. When you're doing an interview, you dress sharp, you clean up, you look good, and you speak well, you do, how to give the good answers, you articulate, you have a positive attitude, and you sell yourself. So if you're going to be a salesman, if you're going to do anything, you have to become a salesman in your interview because you are selling yourself. You're telling them what you bring to the table and what they can't pass up. So, 99% of all interviews I've ever gotten, I've gotten the job. There was one that I didn't get, and it was a railroad job in northern Wyoming. I went and I did an interview up there and I didn't get it. That was the one I was really like completely blown away. I didn't get it. Yeah, Thanos. How are you feeling anyway, Thanos? Are you feeling a little better? Like, how'd the whole COVID thing go, man? Yeah, no, and that's it. Like, it's one of those where for me, I could be doing, and I should be doing a lot more like the 3D printing and do parts like that and sell some parts. Like, hell, if I was smart enough, I'd get into some mythic legions and start doing prints of those and selling those things. Because even the heads themselves or torsos, those would, make some money. It's crazy. So, got to show up for that part. I might have missed that one, but what's up, Javier? Welcome in. So don't forget to click the like. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm still chatting, man. I guess normally I was doing an hour, but we're at an hour and 41. I appreciate everybody that stayed around or people that jumped back in and left. When he played at Sprouts, I was wearing a suit for my former jewelry job, and everyone thought I was like corporate. Yeah, exactly. See, that's the thing. And I'm sorry, that's what he meant about gotten to show up. So it's crazy to think that there's so many people. Like, even if you go, like, I took my kid to fast food. I think it was Carl's Jr. and someone was in with an interview, and he was in like a button-up baseball jersey doing an interview. And I'm like, but I guess some places don't. But if no matter what, I don't give a shit what job it is. I don't care if I'm going for a bathroom attendant. That's not a job. But you know what I'm talking about. I was thinking of Deuce Bigelow on that one, right? Bathroom attendant. I'm going to go in a tie. I'm going to go in a jacket. I'm going to go in a suit. I'm going to look good for an interview. I'm not going to fuck around. I have, if you know how to clean up, you clean up for an interview. That's, if you think, no, you don't open with that. You don't close with that. You just leave that out. That's good, Thanos. I'm glad, dude, because, yeah, that shit. What's crazy for me when I did finally get it is I hadn't gotten it. I was in a prison that was completely littered with COVID. Everybody had it. Like 90% of the prison had it as far as the inmates go. And of course, we had PPE, we had all that crap. I didn't get it at that point. And so this was my first go round, and it wasn't bad. The first couple of days was a little rough, but after that, not bad at all. Oh, look at who made it. The Ozman. Absolutely. Oh, that's cool, man. No, it's like I said, I'm going like I'm 45 minutes over of what I was doing before, but I don't care. I haven't had a lull moment where I haven't said anything. So, I mean, the fact that I can just yap on and on about with having no written out anything, I have no script, I have nothing. I just talk. So I apologize if it's annoying, but Oz, I did get the card from your sister and you, so thank you, sir. I forgot to mention it to you as well. I messaged Carol the other day, but thank you guys. It meant a lot. I appreciate it. You guys are awesome. So thank you. It meant a lot, guys. Oh, back to work already. Well, now, you know what? Before they'd say stay out of work for 2 weeks or a week and a half, stay out 10 days, blah, blah, blah. Now it's like, well, we know you're not contagious after the 3rd day, so come back after that, so they come on. That sucks, man. Dress for the job you want, right? Not the job that's in front of you. So if you're going for a job that's not the top, dress like you want that top job. And that's what I always was told. And so I did that from the beginning. My warehouse jobs I dressed the same as the sales job that I got. It's the same as when I interviewed for manager. All of those things, everything was all the same. I dressed that way. Kind of third party 3D printing, they encourage it fully, but need to be original content. Yeah, and see that thing. I get it. Like there are parameters, but if I can figure that out, and my paint work, I'm pretty proud of myself with paint work. I can do okay with that. So I really, I think if I put together some things, like I see those tables of people's freaking stuff with the heads, like I have those stands and just have a bunch of heads you can sell. Even when I was seeing that stuff that Alan was talking about, he bought one from a con because he's like, same thing. Is he like, if I can get away with not doing the work on a certain part, why not, right? And so you have a little extra. Pool attendant, yeah. Well, the Deuce Bigelow, I was thinking was his. Isn't it Deuce Bigelow? His dad. Wasn't his dad the pool the bathroom attendant? Who was the one where his dad was a bathroom attendant, where he's talking to him and No, that wasn't that one. That was Jack Black. That was Shallow Hal? No. What was that one? Where his dad was a bathroom attendant. Was it Jack Black? Oh, you guys got to help me now. I've blanked. I've completely blanked. Oh my God, I'm so behind on the freaking Deuce Bigelow. So it was Deuce Bigelow. Okay. Holy crap, dude. I'm so far back on the chat. I am so sorry. Carol asked. Yeah, okay, so I'm not that far back. Sorry if I skipped you on the chat, but I'm yeah. Sounds familiar, rambling on and on. Yeah, no, I know. Tasty cake, same way. It's, and sometimes it's nice, man. You didn't interview for your last week. Well, and this one, the Spark one, they didn't do the interview. They do a background check. They made sure my insurance on my vehicle was good, and they sent me information saying that I made it through all the process, but I'm on a wait list. So as soon as there's a spot open in my area, then they'll let me know. But I have 3 or 4 other Walmarts in my town, in my city. So I was thinking, hey, if I can get put on those lists also, so whichever one comes sooner, then I can start doing that. And it's just delivering medication to people out of the pharmacy at Walmart. Source Horseman. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely might. I mean, just, for a little extra here and there, if I could figure. Mendoza. Yeah, it was Bigelow, right? See, I was thinking Shallow Hal at the beginning because he brings them a cupcake and he eats the cupcake while he's cleaning the toilet. It was Deuce Bigelow, so I was right. Okay, so I got confused on that one, but all right, 3:45 in the UK. Oh my goodness. Dude. Hey, I could go in my Skeletor costume. That'd be something, huh? Yeah, Deuce. See, I was right. I was thinking Deuce. That's the one thing. All right, we'll see you later, Candyman. Have a good night, sir. Deuce Bigelow quote. I often wonder being a man whore. And what does he say? Your mom, she had the most amazing mouth. Yeah, he was. Because God, 3:45. I think I went to bed at 3 last night. I couldn't fall asleep, and I was messing around on the computer getting stuff with prints, but I couldn't print anything because I still didn't get that part in, but I got it today. So I'm going to fix my printer once I'm out of here. Babinka. Yes. Raspberry babinka. And he's all eating it right after, and he doesn't care. He's cleaning that toilet and he starts eating it, and it's like gross, man. But yeah, so that's what it was. He said his dad was like, he was embarrassed or whatever. And yeah, yep. Gross, man. Yeah, they give it to him, and he's just going to town on it, and it's like, oh, dude, I want to watch that one again. Rob Schneider was pretty good. Remember that South Park episode? Rob Schneider is a carrot, rated PG-13. So they knew about Thanos. Thanos got a reputation. They called him specifically, and they're like, hey, you want to come work for us? We know about you. You're well known all over the place. Hey, you know what? When you do a certain job and somebody else knows about you and all that shit, you know what? That's cool. That's kind of, that's impressive right there. Norm Macdonald, great in part 2. Deuce Bigelow 2. What was the secondary part of that movie? Like Deuce Bigelow 2, was it like in Europe or something like that? Headhunted, yeah. They took him away from another job. Yep. See, look, yep, because he had a reputation and people knew he was a good worker, and that's awesome. Like I said, that's a testament to your work ethic. That makes a big difference. Like my son's mom is not happy at the job she's at now. She's in the pharmacy doing pharmacy tech stuff. She left a job she was at for like 15 years at the furniture store to take this job, and she's really found out quickly after 2 months that it is not for her. The pay is about the same as she was getting before. Benefits will be good, but sitting in a little area counting pills, she doesn't like pharma anyway. She's always into that shit where she doesn't even like taking Advil. If she doesn't have to, she won't. But it's one of those where her doing that is not for her. But so she did an interview this morning at the courthouse. Hopefully she can get it. She's more of she wants to do an office type job, and she's a fucking hard worker. That's one thing I've always said. No matter what's going on, she's always working either 2 jobs or just she's always doing something. She's always working out. She's good at that. So for her, it's a matter of, I always tell her, if you get into the interview and they see how you are, they know, and they're not going to regret it because they know you're such a good worker, and she's such a hard worker. So I mean, hopefully she'll get onto that courthouse job. It was like a speed interview to get into a second part of the interview. So hopefully that works out for her. It's just one of those where there's two jobs that she might have, but she doesn't want to be at the place she's at now. So hopefully she gets it. European gigolo, yes. Oh my God, Jack Black. That's crazy. Who wants to smell like Jack Black? He doesn't look like he smells good. Rob Schneider is a stapler, rated PG-13. That South Park was hilarious. He's like, oh no, I'm a carrot. Current job GameStop finally helped land me. That's cool. See, that's good. And that, that's another thing, is just there's so many different options nowadays to get, and because of people not wanting to work, there's so many spots open. So hopefully I can get on something. This Spark one would be perfect. The delivery of medication would be perfect. Keeps me free to pick up Merrick from school, or I'm not stuck somewhere. If I get the mattress job, or if I get a sales job, I'm kind of stuck there. You can't go and just get up and go and do, especially in the beginning. Where if I did the Spark thing, you pick up jobs. It's like it's like an Uber thing. If the job's there, you grab it, you can go get it. If you don't have time to get it that moment, then you don't. You make what you can. I mean, it's basically how motivated you are to make money. Hi, honey, I smell like Jack Black. Wife says, so do I. And he's like, I thought you were at bingo. What the fuck? Holy shit. My favorite scene from Deuce Bigalow is when the cop asks him to look at his dick and then shouts, it's not too small, it's thin. You could paint it silver and put a twist on it, it'd be a kickstand. I got a thin dick. And he's like, nobody cares about your small penis. He goes, it's not small, it's thin. And he's all mad about it. That's freaking awesome. Damn. But yeah, and you know what? You've got a lot of your place with the computers and shit, and then plus you're probably like in staffing, right? You've got a lot of staffing issues at your place where you're doing a lot of work. Big Stan was entertaining. Schneider. Big Stan. I don't know if I watched Big Stan. I don't watch that one. Best thing I miss about working his coworkers. Yeah, and that's it. That's one of those where I was always that guy. Like at my job at the prison, you get evaluations. Well, there is an evaluation for it's basically like a personality evaluation, and it said basically I always got the highest mark that you could get on that one. Everything else was average, but the one I was, and it says you keep morale up, you're very positive, your positive attitude, because working at a prison is a negative place. So when you can keep a positive attitude in a prison, it's noticed, let's just say. So I did the artwork on the entry board. Like when you walk in, there's a board with like chalk markers, and it, you did every month. I would change it up and do like the decoration as they walk in. So it would be all the special days of, like, if it was like employee appreciation week, or even just like Christmas or Thanksgiving, I would always make the boards and I would do like a drawing and kind of put the little, stuff like that. So I always got the highest mark for that because I always brought positivity to work. So he doesn't look like he smells good. Yeah, sales is tough. It is, but I didn't mind doing it because, like, for me, what I was selling wasn't bad. Like the furniture thing, if I could get back to the mattress thing, it wouldn't be bad because I knew what I was doing. I kind of understand how it works, and because I have my own issues with it, So yeah, that was like the unloading trucks. Almost reminds you of like 40-year-old virgin when the guys are in the back breaking shit, and they're doing it with the light bulbs. You always get to that point when you're unloading stuff and you're screwing around with your friends, and it's fun. You get a little camaraderie, and it's a good time. So definitely miss that. But I think for me, I know I can't physically. It's not. I can do it, but I would die. Like it would be, I would work and then I would be out for 2 or 3 days because even helping stuff, like I've been helping Dad kind of move stuff out of Grandma's place and picking up furniture. Yeah, I can do that, but then the next 2 days are fucked up. So I try, definitely don't want to mess around with that. Grocery store cider and grocery store manager, best way to meet your neighbors, big time. Yeah, I mean that's it. It is one of those things where there is positivity with that, but at the same time, I was a manager at the sales place, so you get a lot of negativity because you got people pissed off when they're have a, if somebody sold them something they didn't want, or that, mattress didn't work out for them. You got to deal with the angry people as well. Just wearing jeans and a golf polo, way better than a damn monkey suit. Yeah, you were doing that for a long time too with the jewelry. So yeah, definitely. Yeah, exactly. And I've got a few friends that I met at Target. And I got a few friends still at the prison. There was a couple guys I still talk to from there, but it's one of those where I started to become more antisocial when I was at the prison. I just kind of stopped hanging out because they always had stuff. We're going to the bar after, and I'm like, I don't want to do it. So I never really did that stuff. I was antisocial. But the jobs before that, I still have really good friends that I worked with at the furniture place way back. And still, like I said, the guy that I worked for was my manager at the mattress place. He now owns his own mattress company, like Snooze Mattresses. He has like a bunch of different locations in the United States. So he's done well for himself, but he owns it. So if I give him a call and say, hey, remember I was pretty good with you, I got to management when I was under him. So we'll see if that works out. That might work out, but I'd really rather have the freedom of the delivery thing. Because of my back, but if I could, yeah. Do it for free. No, you gotta make some money. I enjoyed, like, I did warehouse work, two different stints of warehouse. I did Columbia House. I sent all your letters that said buy one CD and get 10 for a penny, So I worked in the letter shop department there, and then I worked at Target Warehouse, and that's where I originally hurt the bottom 2 discs in my back. But I love that too. I had a lot of friends there too. It was fun. It was just a good time with all those people. Box of bullets burst open. Holy crap. You're going to pull over the pallet jack will discharge. Oh, dude. See? And we talk about, back problems and all this other shit. But you know what? We're alive. We made it through whatever issues. Like, there were times where you're driving on in Colorado. For me, I know there's a couple times driving on ice, and one way or the other, 10 minutes before, 10 minutes after, where you drive through and there's an accident that had just happened. And if you didn't go back in to grab your drink, or you forgot something in the house, that could have been an accident that you were involved in. So I mean, little things like that. Hey, the trick is just staying alive, man. That's crazy, man. So don't work at Walmart. Well, the Walmart thing, if I did that medication delivery from Spark, it's through Walmart. So I guess it would be kind of a Walmart thing, but I wouldn't work at the store. I would just be doing the medication delivery for them. So, yeah, there you go. See, and then at the end, you got to then they charge you like $25 for one CD. And how many people just let it go to collections, And then eventually Columbia House shut down anyway. So I remember I had left about 5 months before they started telling people that they were going to shut down. So they had the severance packages and stuff, but I had already gotten a job at Target after that. So I went from one warehouse to another. And then, of course, the whole back shit. So, but, all right, folks, ladies and gents, holy crap. I have been yapping for 2 hours. So I think at this time I am going to, I know it, Oz. I don't think we actually had those sales where they were employee sales, where if a pallet got busted or if a box opened up and broke, like there would be people in the back working the CD area. When the good CDs come through, like the newer ones, they would fucking drop them on purpose so they could put them in the employee sale. And the employee sale, you got CDs for $3, DVDs for $5, and VHS tapes, I think, were $2. So those were, like I got the whole Godfather set sealed still in the gold, the Star Wars sets when they first did the remastered on VHS wrapped up, because we got them in those employee sales and they were always good. Like that year I had a lot of music, man. A lot of Limp Bizkit and Korn and Kid Rock, and oh my God, that's some funny shit. That's good stuff. Hey guys, I had fun. Thank you guys so much. Fear Factory, Monster Magnet, 9 Inch Nails, Manson. Hell yeah. That time was great, man. I'm ready to schedule some office. Good stuff. Thank you guys so much. You guys are awesome. I had a hell of a good time. Thank you for the 10 that hung around at the end. Like I said, I know it was a really long stream, so I know a lot of people have shit to do. So thank you guys for coming in. Tasty Cake made it to the end. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. Have a good day at work tomorrow, sir. And we'll catch you on Saturday night on Oz's stream for the Clubhouse, Saturday night at 7:45-ish. And my time, which is 9:45-ish over there. And yeah, maybe if I get something in the mail, I'll have to open it up. So thank you guys again. I love you. And I'll see you next week for sure on Wednesday. Same time. In the meantime, stay out of the streets.